Question 5. How did you attract/address your audience? In the following essay, I will be discussing the importance of audience feedback and the way in which we addressed our audience. When completing the planning stages just before the construction stage, we addressed our target audience in a various number of ways. Realizing the importance of how we addressed our target audience, we were careful in ensuring we did so properly, and not too patronizingly. We carried out various different pieces of audience feedback using various different methods, such as Facebook, surveys, and asking individuals to write a small paragraph explaining and reviewing our product. I believe this is a very good way in making sure our product is aimed at the correct target audience, as addressing them correctly and constructing our product with their opinions in mind will help to ensure the success of our product. Firstly, I believe that it is highly important that we attract the correct, desired target audience. I believe this as the success of our film, when exhibited, relies completely on their opinions, not mine. For this reason, it is important that we found out the interests of our target audience and what they wish to see in our film and our chosen genre in particular. Mise-en-scene is also very significant in attracting the target audience, as it is what they immediately associate with the genre. If the costumes or props, for example, do not fit in the genre, then the audience will find it hard to fully engage. After conducting research into the conventions of genre, it is clear that the fans look for these conventions and associate them with the film immediately, and the genre. The audience therefore rely heavily on the conventions in order to clearly identify the genre. Audience feedback too is important as it clearly identifies what fans want to see, and after all, the success of our film, as previously stated, relies on their views. Before the creation of our product, we carried out a survey online using an online poll creation website. We did so as we were unsure of what to title our opening, and therefore turned to the audience in order to hear their opinions on the subject. The name Captive was a clear winner, claiming 49% of the votes out of the 4 title ideas provided. We provided our target audience with the poll by publishing it to our Facebook page. I believe that our Facebook page is an ideal way of addressing and sharing information and content with our audience, as it allows us to share posters, teaser trailers of before the editing stage was complete, photos from behind the scenes, and other general updates about the various processes undertaken. I also believe that the Facebook page and its content we shared acts as a good form of marketing, as well as audience engagement, as it makes the audience aware of the product and gives them the incentive to view it. As small amounts of content are leaked on Facebook will create a sense of enigma, making them want to find out more, which of course they will only be able to do if they watch the final product. I believe also that it is these elements specifically that will attract our target audience, that is teenagers. Also, the use of social networking sites is mainly used amongst teenagers, which is our target audience, and is therefore a suitable form of marketing, as it is more likely for them to come across our content online than if they were to see a poster on a wall, for example. We also allowed an audience to view our rough cut and soundtrack created in order to get a review of the audience's viewpoint. When creating the characters and planning the film opening, we used props narrative theory, using mainly the ideas behind our protagonist, or hero, and our antagonist, or villain, according to props theory. These characters allow the audience to immediately identify the roles of each character in our film opening. The age of the protagonist also will help to attract the target audience, as he is of a similar age, meaning that the audience can easily relate to him. However, we did not use Todorov's narrative theory, as we chose to start the film opening in the middle of the action. I believe that this is the best choice, as although it does not build up the story, allowing the audience to identify and relate to the characters, it creates an immediate sense of tension and suspense amongst the audience. The introduction also will create confusion and enigma, making the audience watch more if they wish to find out what's happening. We mainly use films such as The Woman in Black and Evil Dead as inspiration for this, as they too throw the audience in the deep end, so to speak. Additionally, I believe that our film introduction does address a social issue, linking specifically to the protagonist's character. I believe that the film addresses the issue of trespassing and curiosity and the consequences of them both. By this, I mean that if the protagonist hadn't been in the restricted area, then he may not have been captured. Due to his curiosity, he is now in a serious, possible life or death situation. However, this is not referenced directly in the opening, but rather left to interpretation. It does, however, allow an audience of a similar age to relate even more than they already do, as many teenagers are often doing things or in places that they shouldn't be. The way in which we addressed the audience was fairly informal, allowing the target audience to feel as though they were on a similar status level, therefore encouraging, in my opinion, audience engagement and participation. This reflects how other films such as Ill Manners and World War Z address their target audiences via social networking sites. World War Z in particular asks questions such as, what would be your weapon in a zombie apocalypse? Therefore, engaging the audience in a conversation with each other, yet also giving feedback on what they'd like to see in the film without realising. I believe that for our genre, and film in particular, that this was the best form of engagement. Overall, it is therefore clear, from research conducted and the feedback received, that the success of my film relies completely on the opinions and views of the audience, as it is them who ultimately provide the money that our film deserves.